Hi guys, Johnny here with Johnny Watson Gaming, and in this video we are looking at making a simple but quick hill for 6mm gaming. So I'm currently building an extension to the house, and I've got some of this offcuts for high density foam, so I thought I'd use that to make some terrain. So I got a piece, I shaved it down with a knife and made it into a hill form. So the next step then was to sand it down. So I took it outside and gave it a good sand. So as you can see, once you've sanded it down, the high density foam is actually quite nice, makes a nice hill form. So what I'll do now then, I just want to start strengthening this insulation up. So I'm going to get some PVA and I'm going to slap that all over the insulation. So after applying the glue, and whilst it is still wet, I'm going to then put some polyfiller over the insulation, and this will give a nice texture to the hill, and also a sort of base to be able to get some paint down. The reason why I want to do this whilst the glue is wet, it will help the polyfiller to stick to the insulation. Once the polyfiller is dry, I gave it a quick rub down with the sandpaper, and then I gave it a primer of grey primer, Halford's grey primer. Okay, so now we just want to get a base coat down on the hill. I'm using a brown from Wilko's. It's just a tester pot. There's no point wasting good paint. Just get something very cheap on this. And then just spread that all over the hill. Okay, so now for the messy part. So first things first, I put a protective barrier down on my desk, which came in the form of some see-through wrapping paper the wife managed to buy. So that was no good for wrapping, so now it's found its way to my desk. Simply then, I'm just going to cover this all over with PVA, and then once I've done that, I will sprinkle it with different scatters, or a couple of different scatters. So the scatters are from Luke's APS or Geek Gaming. Now I think he trades under. There's just two different shades of green, one slightly darker, and then the next one will be a lighter scatter, just to give it a bit of variation, tonal variation to the hill, make it a bit more interesting. Once we've got our scatters down, we want to lock it in with watered down PVA. I've just got this in a spray bottle, just being careful not to get it everywhere, just to keep it aimed at the hill, and just go all over that and drench it completely. You'll see it's just almost white by the time I finish with it, but what this will do is lock the scatter in and help to reduce it all scratching off when you're playing it with it on the gaming table. So you don't need to do this step, but it's just something I thought might just give the hill just a bit more texture. So I'm just going to throw down some clump foliage or small bits of it, just sprinkle it over, just to give the appearance of foliage on the hill. And I'm using two different types. One's a darker and one's a slightly mid-tone green. And again, they are both from Geek Gaming. And once I've popped these on, I then spray them again with the watered down PVA, which will then help to lock this in as well, keep that in place. Okay, again, another little step that's not necessarily required. I mean, the hill looks good on its own, but I want to use this for 6mm ACW, so I want to get some woods on the hill. So I'm just simply getting some mini trees, which I got off the internet. I'll try and find the link that I got them from. I can't remember where I got them from now. I'll put the link below if I find it. And I'll just put them into a bit of super glue, and then I'll just stick them in. They just stick in really easily into the foam. So, and just finishes the piece off. And there you go, a really simple, relatively quick hill. It didn't really take me long. All in all, it probably took about an hour to do. I appreciate that high density foam isn't always readily available, but this would work with polystyrene or anything really. It's just what I happen to have in the house at the time. So I'll probably try and crack out a few more of these. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So happy with it. It will sit well on the gaming table. So I hope this has been helpful and you've enjoyed it. And please, if you've enjoyed the video, do the old like, share and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Cheers, guys.